And it's like, I feel like when you have like such a solid crew, it's like you need that dude to be like, hey, you suck.
And we were like these young guys coming up, and we all have attitudes for sure. We came in, and the older dudes were not happy about us.
Your true friends are the ones that will check you, no matter where you're at or who you're with.
Listen to that, because I agree. And you know what? As it went along, we would sort of meet each other, and then we would obviously be in the comps together. Oh wait, we're in the finals together. Oh wait, we're in the finals together again. Hey man, we should hang.
Yeah.
Gnarly scrapper, surfer, like that is the true definition of the aura of the energy of like action sports. Like
whatever it was that affected you, he'll just like get in there and get in your mind and just make it just bubble.
That's like what a lot of the greats do.
The camaraderie, the pushing each other.
But I remember sitting out there one day and something hit my foot, and I like looked around and I couldn't see. I'm like, this, I paddled in, I never went out again.
Trust me, there's sharks everywhere, and if they hit you, you would be gone.
What's going on, guys? I'm Degidio, and we are back with another episode of the Jaxxon Sports Show. I'm sitting here with the greatest co-host in the history of co-hosting, ladies and gentlemen, Twitch Stenberg.
Always with the
Not to be confused with Stenberg, and vice versa.
It is Stenberg.
And Stenberg. And then we got the one and only, the island hopper, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Bierman. And we got a surf icon, a legend, someone who pioneered the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, an Emmy Award-winning surfer. I'm going to just leave it with that right there. Kalani Robb!
Yeah,
You're the only surfer to ever win an Emmy?
No, well, it's all of us that was in the thing, so we all essentially were that.
Yeah, but you were the best in the movie, so I would say the Emmy goes to you.
I'm the best.
Yeah. That's why we got the Emmy.
I'm the one with the doorstop at my door, in my front door. If you walk to my house, it's used as a doorstop.
I love that. That's awesome.
Did you know that?
That means you really care.
Oh my God, that's crazy work. Did you know that you were going to make a movie that was going to be Emmy Award winning, Emmy nominated? I mean, Momentum Generation is probably like one of the best actual surf movies, action sports movies of all time.
No, we actually filmed that 6 years prior to its release.
No way.
Really?
Okay. And all of us are boys, all of us are brothers. We all know our close niche friends that we can do all the worst things to, because we have done it all our lives and we still are friends. So we know we're really deep. Imagine this. We did the interviews right here today, or like when we had done them, they spaced it out in a matter of like a month or so. So everybody did their interviews. They came out and did areas, where everybody lived kind of generally. And we said a lot of shit about each other. Like you saw what we said. It was like Shane, punching Ross's board, or Ross punching Shane's board. And
it's everything that actually happened.
Yeah.
Deep. Yeah. Like that would be like, oh, I took your chain off your bike before the start.
Yeah.
You're like, wait,
what the fuck?
Yeah. So it's like
Took the line off your car.
Yeah.
The gas line.
totally. So we did that, and we sat for 6 years and going, oh my God, I said that. What did I say?
Yeah, you're trying to remember. Did I say that? I don't remember if I talked about that or not.
And so we did that. I sat around, and I remember everybody's consent was from that. We all sat around like looking at each other like, we still friends?
Yeah.
For like 6 years. And then it came out, and then we saw it, and individually they showed it to us prior to it being out. So they would show it to you, show it to me, and everybody individually, and kind of, and then we were all like, imagine you're sitting in your house kind of going like, okay, I hope Shane's not pissed at me.
Like uncomfortable feeling, for sure.
Yeah, because Ross and Shane still, it's funny because Ross will still deny it, and he's psycho. Love you, Ross. But he like straight up punched Shane's board until today. He's like, I don't remember I did that. I don't know. I was like, he's like.
Allegedly.
There might be video of it.
But,
Yeah, because in the movie he pretends he has no clue what's going on.
Yeah, but he says like, oh yeah, you can see, we know it.
Yeah. We're all boys.
But that's how deep it is. We're literally that deep. We have a thread right now currently that's been for, I want to say like 5 years going.
No
Every
way.
single one of us is
No
on that
way.
thread.
Wow.
That's dope.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was during that, when we filmed that, we had the thread going, and then all the way past it. So even with the thread, we're kind of like, hey, how you doing today? Good morning.
Yeah.
How's it going? You're like, you're so nice.
Yeah.
It's cool that
What's coming?
it's cool that you guys had that, because it's like I felt like that's kind of like what militia was for a long time, and then egos getting in the way of everything. Where it's like you don't really see Pats like that stay for that long. Like
It's
you
exactly
said,
right.
you know what I mean? Like it's hard to find a group of dudes that no matter what you say, you guys are still boys. Like
That's it.
it's shit that actually happened.
We earned that.
Yeah.
We earned to be able to tell you, fuck, you fucking suck.
Yeah. Fuck
You know
yeah.
what I mean? All
That's
day.
part of it.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
When people look at like the momentum generation and the most like iconic surfers and kind of like the pioneering of, you know, you got guys like yourself and Kelly Slater, Rob Machado, Shane Dorian, like the crew is one of the most impactful crew surfing's ever seen. Did you guys growing up know that this was going to be your crew? Like, were you guys all best friends? Like the movie does a good job at explaining who was who and what happened, but was it really like what the movie says it was? Like you guys were that close?
I could tell you exactly how it goes down from my perspective of it. I'm from Hawaii. So this is me coming to, I knew Rob already. I met him at 8 years old. He was in Hawaii for a family trip. Just pure fucking coincidence. I meet Rob Machado.
No way.
Bro, pure coincidence. Just, I'm out surfing and there's a guy that I don't know and whatever. Long story short, fast forward, I'm 13 years old. I was able to go to California for the first time in the summer. And I arrive at Rob Machado's house. Rob Machado is best friends with Taylor Steele, the guy who films this whole thing. Rob Machado just previously had been doing and going to Florida to go surf like the Nationals or one of those contests. So he just met Kelly. So, or like right around then. So Kelly is coming like me to California because when we would go to somewhere, we'd stay at our friend's house that we met, you know, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know? And so it was Danny Milhado and Kelly, and they were from Florida. And then there was a guy, Bill McMillan, this longboarder dude, and like a bunch of Florida guys. And so that kind of started it where it's like one meets the other and then meets another, meets another. And so when I met Taylor and Rob, Taylor had been going down just like some anytime local guy that kind of surfed was like, I'm just going to film and like filming more than surfing. And he wasn't like as gnarly as everybody else. And his love was filming. Like he was doing really well. He did video classes and all that stuff in high school. And a lot of our really like very, very early day videos, you'll see they're like pretty ghetto and it's fun. Like 2 VCRs doing the whole thing and recording all that. And so what happened was we met basically at Rob's house. We would go down to this one surf spot and everybody's like the track, like the one track everybody goes to. Yeah. And everybody meets there, and then everybody's kind of looking at each other going, whoa, that guy's good. That guy's good. All right. And then we just went like, hey, what's up? What's your name? And then as it went along, we would sort of meet each other, and then we would obviously be in the comps together. And then that was it. Then we were kind of like, oh yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, you're pretty good. Oh wait, we're in the finals together. Oh wait, we're in the finals together again. Oh wait, we're in the finals together again. Like, oh shoot. Hey man, we should hang.
Yeah.
You know, like you're good. You
Just
know,
always pushing each other, right?
Cool.
Always
and
hanging.
The momentum just kind of built from there, right? Like you surround yourself. We talked about this offline. Being able to surround yourself with guys that like, you know, you being a little bit younger than those guys too, like being able to like learn from them, but then you guys find yourselves in the same comps and then finals together. And then it's like that, like, it's funny, the momentum generation that built a generation of momentum for you guys is what it looked like.
I mean, yeah, we truly did. I'm the youngest. I'm like 5 years younger than Kelly and Rob. So
Are you
I'm
bragging
like
right now?
the kid. Sorry. I'm the young one. I'm the shit kid of the group. Like I'm the punk troublemaker. I'm still them. They call me the Grom still. So it's like whatever. But those guys were, look, Kelly is dominant. He will always be so dominant. You know, he's like the McGrath of his time, you know, and
for
it's
sure.
like, there's something where you can have all the skill in the world, but also their skill and your talent and your like aptitude to maybe checking out the track or checking out the conditions of waves or whatever. There's something about him that was different where you're like, okay, you're already better than everybody, but then he's really smart too, like a smart dude, you know? And he has another level of, he'll check the tide, check the winds, check the moon, check the whatever it is, check you in your face early in the morning, see how you do, see if you're limping, all this gnarly stuff that
he pays attention to everything.
He's like what fighters are now. Like how fighters are, oh, I heard so-and-so kind of got a hurt ankle. I'm going to go for that ankle in the next fight.
Yeah.
They don't want you to know that, but you know that. That's prime time information, you know? Yep. So he is really good at that. Like, you don't care if you just broke up with your chick or so-and-so had the break, whatever it was that affected you, he'll just like get in there and get in your mind and just make you just buckle.
That's like what a lot of the greats do. You know, like it's little things like that separates everyone.
That's it. So
when you look at that brotherhood and that crew, what do you think was the glue that held that crew together for so long, especially in the beginning? Because we'll talk about like kind of the eras in which you guys handled it, but to have a crew of that many egos or professionals or champions or legends, I mean, it's pretty insane.
Yeah. I mean, look, we were so unique. I think like the militia was exactly the exact same thing we were into dirt biking. That was literally, and it's funny enough because when Brian did that, he signed and made it because Fox was making all the.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knew that at the time.
Yeah,
right?
they were making a bunch of this shit.
So I was there when Deegan signed. And I was like, I don't know how old I was. Yeah, I was, and they were doing shift with Emig. That was brand new. They were opening up the surf stuff, the wakeboard stuff, Parks and Harf and all those dudes. And like, then they had Bubba. It was RC, Pastrana, that all the boys. So
they had all the
like,
best dudes in every category that they sponsored.
So it was a time to go. And it was so funny because I was like, and you guys were starting out with militia, and it was always like the yin to their yang. Like, fuck that. But I thought, oh man, the Foxes are so the family's so smart. Because I seen them, I look in, I was like, Brian, what are you doing over here? He's like, what are you doing here? I was like, I'm a surfer up in San Jose. And he's like, and then I'm like the enemy of the Fox racing, and then the militia. No, and I was like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, we're gonna start doing clothes. I was like, I looked at John. I was Greg and Pete and John. I was like, oh, you guys are smart.
Yeah,
because
you
guys
need them different demographics.
Yeah, he's like, we're gonna win because we're gonna make it for both, and we care about both. We love both. They love, obviously. Look at how it was. You guys are the shit. So, but I thought, oh, that's genius. When we went up there, I thought, oh, that's so sick. But the whole movement of these little groups of people, which your boy Cole right now and Cole all the boys, Cole,
his whole neighborhood.
See, and if you ask them, I know that he had said that we influenced that because they understood the power of sticking together, the camaraderie, the pushing each other, the ups and downs of the you need to like do better, okay, they lean on each other kind of thing, and just that thing. Like even your guys, like young kids now, like let's say Buttery and those guys, those guys got to like sort of, and they hang with you guys, so they sort of got that vibe where they kind of hooey together and do their thing, and they know that they're more powerful together.
Yeah, than versus 100%. One. And it's like, I feel like when you have like such a solid crew, it's like you need that dude to be like, hey, you fucking suck. Like you need to work on your shit, or you need to quit partying, like get your shit together, like a school win contest. And it's like, a lot of people nowadays get offended when people say shit like that to them, where I'm just like, no, like you don't need to be hanging out with the S-men. You need to be like your friends, your true friends are the ones that will check you no matter where you're at or who you with.
100%.
Hey, all kids that are listening right now, listen to that, because I agree. And you know what? It's sad, right?
Yeah,
you know that. Sure.
It's
different nowadays.
You may not want to hear it, but sometimes you need to hear it from like someone that you care about,
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people would consider like the Cole Pinto and Cole Hoshman and the Cade Madsen, like that whole little crew that came up from San Clemente right now that's on a tear, kind of like the second wave of like a momentum generation era. Absolutely. Where you see like this whole crew come up together. Because if you think about it, there's not many sports where you have a crew like the movie points out, all of you hanging out at a house, all of you trying to get on tour, watching the legends. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're all on tour together, battling each other. Yeah. That's kind of what we see in today's time with Cole Hoshman and the Cole Pinto brothers as well. Do you see the comparison as kind of like the next era?
Absolutely. Yeah. Those kids nailed it. They're nailing it right now. They're doing it exactly how we would do it in the modern times for sure. And here it is. I think the performance and their output speaks for themselves. Because I've been with those kids. I've been in San Clemente for 15 years now. So I saw them way before. And I talked to Cole. I don't know if you ever talked to all the kids. And they always, because they know me from that whole thing. And they're like, we want to be the next momentum generation. I'm all, you guys are nailing it. Yep. You guys are nailing it. And the most important thing of any of it is exactly what Twitch said is you got to have a guy that tells you what you don't want to hear. Straight up. Always. You can't handle, good.
Yeah.
Good. Me and Twitch are going to smoke you.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to smoke you because we're so honest that you're like, oh my God. Like a lot of people when they see us around and they're like, oh, are you guys sure you guys are friends?
Yeah, right.
We're like, yeah, we're that good of friends. Like we go ham on each other. Like, we're so advanced with that we're high level that we can do that because our feelings are right there. We're already past that. Yeah. None of that. We're just straight like that,
Yeah.
I
think it's like almost comparable to like what you explained with like how Kelly like can know how to like know if you're, say, dealing with an injury or something, and he can know how to like poke and get into your head with that like in these guys being able to travel the world together and do that, like Jeremy said, being able to like be your biggest critics of your friends, like it's only helping all of them grow together while traveling the world together and like competing together, that like it's ultimately bringing out the best, it looks like, from outside looking in all of them, that they get to like really enjoy what they're doing, but then check themselves as a friend group to ultimately push that friend group to the next level, you know?
And that's what I was thinking too, like when you brought up like being in the finals with everyone, like seeing each other, like when you guys all first met, it's kind of like, even though you guys are like hanging out, surfing together, practicing, it's like, you're not really just practicing, you're having a contest every day you guys are together out in the water. And that's like how we were, like a lot, like when militia started, it was like only militia can ride here. And then it's like, I was the one, I felt like I started going out, like I would hang out with Nate Adams all the time because I felt like he was my biggest rival. And that was who I had to battle all the time.
Absolutely.
And I started thinking, I'm like, dude, if we ride together every day, we're just pushing each other that much harder. And at the end of the day, whoever rode better that day is going to win. It's either going to be you or me. So like I started bringing him in to ride with us all the time, and we all got better from it because it's like, we're not just practicing. It's like a secret contest in the backyard. You see someone do something, you're like, fuck that, watch this.
Yeah.
And he sees you do it.
You're still
like,
doing it, dude.
Yeah, I'm still trying to do it.
I see you still going. I'm like, bro, we're old and these boys going hard with the boys.
Well, that's
so
why I like hanging out with Bierman and Axel and like all the Groms that have been riding at my house, because it's like,
keeps you young.
It gives me motive. Yeah. And I noticed all the dudes from my era, like when they quit riding, they look and they act so old now, where I'm like, what the fuck happened to you? Like what, like I still love riding motorcycles because I love fucking riding dirt bikes.
Yeah.
Like whether I'm making money or not, like I see people riding in my backyard. I'm like, fuck, that looks fun. I'm gonna go gear up and ride with these guys right now. Not because I need to get a clip for Instagram or I want to make a YouTube video. It's like, because I want to ride. Like I have that fire inside me still.
Dude, you're the man, dude.
I love it.
And I still love watching you still. Like I didn't forget the first off rotation. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
And it's honestly, it's really fun for me to poke at him sometimes. Like, man, old man still got it. Because I always
still
call
got
him
it,
grandpa,
dude.
but like,
You still got it.
when I say that, like, I really mean it genuinely. Because it's like so, like, I pride myself on like wanting to be fucking 45 or 40, however old
44.
you are now. I'm 44 and like still out there doing it with all the kids. And honestly, like not only that, but like lifting up so many people. Like he's lifted me up. He's lifted so many people through the years, and then all the Groms that come over and ride. Like it's really
without
cool
dudes like you,
do.
our sport dies. You know what I mean? And I never look at it like that. I always just look at like, well, I remember when I first met Bierman, I'm like, fuck, I like this kid. Like he's fucked up. Like he reminds me of me when I was that age, you know? And it's like any person I meet like that, or I see like the love they have for riding dirt bikes, I'll always back them.
Yep.
Like, hey, can I come ride your house? I'm like, go for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just love seeing people that have the same interests I do succeed in what they want to do. And if I have a way to help you, cool, let's do it.
Talking about riding, like on the North Shore, like you rode Kahuku a lot.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
oh yeah.
I've been there a few times. It's really, really, really fun.
It's
man.
We've had, you name them, we've had everybody there.
It's the sickest views too.
McGrath, Wyndham, Emig, Bubba.
Hell yeah.
Freaking RC came, Lammy came. Like everybody,
and that's part of like the whole Fox doing the surfing thing. You know what I mean? Like, think about how many dudes that you just named off wouldn't have came if that didn't happen. You know?
Yeah, no,
like that's a lot of people.
Yeah,
it's a funny. Like, you know, you and I too, especially because I'm 49 by the way, and we're pretty. I felt like I've lived literally a few different lifetimes.
For sure.
Because back then was a whole different lifetime.
Totally.
100%.
Whole different
I remember going
lifetime.
out there to the North Shore all the time with like all the dudes from when we were filming Terra Firma or like Crusty Demons.
Yeah.
And
I was at 4, I think. I got like 4.
Or like,
nice. I gotta go back and watch it back now.
I remember DVS brought me over there one year.
Yeah.
They did a demo on the island. And I did the first backflip there. And the funny thing is my roommate, Jason, at the time was the team manager for DVS. And I actually rode for Etnies. And I did a flip there. I did a flip there at the DVS demo. It was like me, Fi, Strake, McElroy. And Etnies poached the photo. And there used to be a DVS banner on the landing. And they made it into an Etnies banner on it. And it was a 2-page spread in Racer X.
Classic. Perfect.
when we look at this video, like kind of like the era Twitch came up in, where I feel like they cemented what action sports was, right? There was so much soul, so much passion, so much grit to everything, from the content to the culture to the brands to dealing with the brands. Can you kind of walk me through the era of the late 90s and the early 2000s, what the energy was like compared to like what it is today, especially on the WSL?
Look, it was way more raw. All the things, everything that we cannot say to offend people, all we did was that. And that's what brought us to where we were. I think it's funny that people, I don't know what it is nowadays, or things have changed so much, but I mean, yeah, we were redefining sort of that thing, because all the guys that were there prior to us were kind of old, and to us, we were so young, you know what I mean? And we were like these young guys coming up, and we all have attitudes for sure, you know, and I think that was it. Like we came in, and the older dudes were not happy about us, you know, so they were giving us a lot of crap. We had to like deal with some stuff. Like I had Chris Frohoff threatening me, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. I had Damian Hardman threatening me, and he's a scrapper, like telling me like, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
So I was just getting ready to ask you too, like at what point in your career were you guys like, okay, we need to start training, like we need to be able to fight on the beach, in the water, like, because I remember, dude, there used to be some gnarly fights in the water, and then it would carry over to the beach, or like you would show up and people would be walking down the beach and dudes would come in and be like, you ain't fucking surfing here right now, like.
No. Yeah, it's all around the world there is localism, because a surf spot's like a local track, but even more, it's like a private local track.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Even though it's in the public.
It would be like somebody showing up to your spot and like a ripper, and then just trying to rip your spot without asking.
And snaking you every time too.
Pulling down your
I'm
driveway
whooping this
and
dude's ass.
unloading
Like,
his bike and like starting to rip and not even asking you. That's
Yeah.
kind of like what it would be, but like you own that. And like, I guess like in certain places, like people don't own the beach, but like when they live there, like that's they're like staking their claim to like their land, you know.
Basically kind of like Ritchie Canyon. Like when like I remember it got gnarly out there for a while. Like there would be fights every weekend, but it's like when you go out there and you shovel a jump for 7 hours and you see some dude trail riding and he keeps popping in to look at the progress,
you're like,
and then he tries to jump in the line and we're like, fuck you, dude. You ain't riding this thing till we're done and you're gonna fix it. Like and
for sure.
Basically same with surf spots, right?
Yeah, what's super, and I don't know if it's as much on the track, because I know you can get aggressive and you can like steal lines and do whatever. But in surfing, when you're sitting in the lineup, you paddle out to a group of people. There's a wave that comes in, and there's a really good wave, the wave everybody wants. There's 50 people. What's the difference between you catching the wave than somebody else is a lot of primal stuff. You look, that guy's bigger, whatever, you know, he could kick your ass, or he's a better surfer, or you know, he's a big professional baseball player that's way bigger than you, no matter how big you are. So he's like just out for the day, and he's like, nah, these are my waves. So it's interesting in our sport where, you have to have a certain amount of something that's going to have to, you know, happen on the beach too. Something goes down in the water, and you got to be able to handle yourself. Me, I'm not a fighter. I'm learning now a little bit of jiu-jitsu. I love it. But I was with Sonny. I was with all the boys. And I'm small. So I'm
you
like,
were the Grom.
not even like part of that. But man, when I went through, I saw a whole lot of action. Like if I had a video camera of all the things I did, I would have the most action you've ever seen. You know what I mean?
Well, with rolling with that crew for sure. You know what I mean? And dude, how often were you guys surfing? Every day?
All day.
Every chance you got, right? Yeah.
3 times a day.
And that's what makes people good, is like just constantly doing your craft. Like a lot of people nowadays look at it like, oh, I'm just going to go get a clip for Instagram real quick and then I'm done. You're like, wait, you rode for 10 minutes today and you think your job's over with? Like, how are you ever going to get better just getting one clip at a time? Where like, I feel like with your era and my era, I never did anything to get a clip. I just did it because I wanted to be out there riding all day long.
Then it was crazy. We used to take pictures, and there was our picture. It wasn't for somebody else.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You were like, all right, everybody
throw it in the
picture.
shoebox.
And that was our picture. Now it's like, take a picture to show everybody else.
Yeah, to show we did something together.
But we used to just be together.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit is crazy
I miss those days.
It's funny you say it like that now.
But that's what these people are now.
But that's what content is, right?
Look who I'm with. Look, I'm with someone famous today. It's like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
go do that jump all the rest of the day and try not to break yourself with the reels. Because all the boys are actually real. They took a picture, but that was a picture. They're gonna go ride now. Like you're like, oh, okay, we'll die. Get the picture. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then they're like stoked, shocking from the gurney, and they're like going on the ambulance. You're like, yeah, good job today. You're like, I got part of that scene. Like,
do you still ride at all?
Yeah,
A bunch?
Oh my God, I got a 7th place start a year before last at Surfer Cross.
Yep.
I got to ride the Stark. I was like, gone.
How you like that thing?
I loved it.
It's cool. They're fun, right?
Because I've been riding all those e-bikes prior.
Yeah, I saw all that.
So I was used to it. And I used, but actually I used the one because there's two different ones. There's the one with the back brake is the pedal. And then they do with the hand.
Which one did you like better?
I like the hand.
You do?
I thought, well, I'm used to it. At first, I thought I'm gonna fucking die. This is not gonna
I think the same thing every time I jump on one of those bikes.
But I was so used to doing the e-bikes. I was with Hill, because Josh Hill, like, back in the day, like way before these Surons, he had everything.
He was riding everything electric.
He had the Alta, and then so he hooked up those guys, Eli and those guys down from, it was Kuberg.
Yep.
And that was before those Surons come out.
The Surons,
So I was used to it. But I think I got like, I won the surf part like three years ago, and it was me and Dakota Tedder.
Nice.
And all he had to do was catch a wave, and we would have won overall.
And he didn't catch one wave.
Couldn't.
And he lives at the beach.
It went flat. Though.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. He can surf.
Yeah.
But the thing just like went flat. I was just like, because there's nothing more for all of us old dudes to just street cred upon street cred. If you win surfer cross overall, you're like,
Yeah, fuck you.
I can do both.
good. Get out of my way, Twitch. I won surfer cross this year.
I'll see you next
Wait,
year.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Good.
Every year I've gotten hit up to ride Surfer Cross. It's always during Shark Week. And I'm like, fuck that. I ain't going down there. My wife loves watching Shark Week. So like every time I see a shark thing, I'm like, I ain't going in the water.
That's classic.
Like I grew up down in San Diego and I surfed for like 4 or 5 months straight. Like all my buddies surfed every day. I would just always be sitting on the beach smoking weed, watching them. I'm like, I don't need to go in there.
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out there. And I loved it. Super fun. Like I started on longboards, got eventually to a shorter board. But I remember sitting out there one day and something hit my foot and I like looked around and I couldn't see shit. I'm like, fuck this. I paddled in. I never went out again.
Trust me, there's sharks everywhere. And if they hit you, you would be gone.
Right?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, it was probably just seaweed touching me, but it scared me enough to where I fucking paddled in.
That touched you, bud. Trust me.
He said, trust me, mother.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's crazy because people are getting whacked everywhere right now.
Yeah, I've been
In
seeing
Hawaii
a lot of
getting
shit.
whacked, Australia, Ultra getting whacked. Like, people are getting whacked.
Yeah.
It's way more than it used to be. And I don't know if it's because of the internet that we get to see it more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe so. I think it's like a combination of that. Maybe we do get to see it, but I think exponentially is getting more, especially in Hawaii.
Just more and more sharks, probably.
Are you
you
scared
think?
of sharks?
I mean,
You'd be lying if you said you weren't, right?
I mean, of course I'm scared, but I mean, like, that's part of my tattoos. I got the shark teeth on my face.
Yeah.
So.
It is what it is at that point.
At the end of the day, like you're in their world, right? Like
Yeah, I'll be
it's
us walking through the living room. And
100%.
Yeah, what the fuck's this dude doing over here?
I mean, did you hear about my? I mean, you guys heard about Tamayo Perry a couple years ago?
Yeah.
a few
Yeah.
years ago, bro.
Gnarly.
That's like a good friend of ours, and he surfed a spot that is his spot. He surfed every day since he was a kid, doing the same thing he's done since he was a kid. And one day, I was just talking about it with my friend yesterday. It's just horrendous. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
You ever see any, like, you ever have any encounters out there with sharks? Like seeing them
Always,
out?
dude.
Always.
And so we're in San Clemente, and every year around like beginning of summer, they breed. You ever see the news when they will cover that?
yeah, beach is shut down. There's a bunch of sharks.
Frightening.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hundreds of them.
You're like, that's where we surf all the
And
time.
they're all juveniles going, oh, what was that? Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Oh, what's that? They're just like little pit bull dogs
They
like
just don't
going
know.
on testing things.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Yeah,
I'm
straight on that.
I've been such a fan of surfing since going to the North Shore for the first time, and I grew up around like Central California. So like Nate Tyler was like lived really close to me, and my friend worked for Volcom. Nate rode for Volcom, and I got to go to the beach and always watch him like always the blackboard and doing big airs, and like, was the sickest
Ripper.
thing. So I was always a fan, but then as I got into it more and started to watch the tour, like I remember very vividly sitting on the edge of my couch, like super early in the morning, and it was when Mick Fanning, like,
Oh, God.
the shark, like kind of got a hold of his leash, and he like kind of started to pull him down. And it was
tripping.
really
That was
early in the
gnarly.
morning, and being able to see that and watch it
trippy.
live, I think to your point of like, maybe it is because of social media or whatever, like, which you don't think it is, but like for something to be like televised live like that.
That was heavy.
That
Yeah.
was so gnarly, man.
Still televising, no cameras away. No, it was like,
Straight into it.
Gnarly.
Zoom in on it.
here's what's so funny, right? World champ, Mick Fanning, world champ. All right, let's go to any sport you could ever think of. Let's go football, like the gnarliest dude. Like, who's the gnarliest guy right now in football?
Right now?
Yeah, who's like the dude?
I don't know. Maybe probably got to go with Sam Darnold. Just won the Super Bowl from San Clemente.
So Sam runs out in the field, and all of a sudden a fucking lion runs out of the stands and mauls him in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely rips him to pieces.
Everyone hears about it.
Yeah.
No, everyone's looking because it's in a stadium.
Yeah.
Right? That's our sport.
Yeah. Straight up.
That's so gnarly.
And that proves it. You're like, oh, you guys do your sports, killer. What sport in the world is it that you could absolutely have that happen?
Where you have that risk.
And it proves it right there. A 22-foot great white gets accidentally in his leash, but if it wanted him, it would have been over in a split second. It went,
One bite, down to the bottom, done.
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm straight on that.
And he's the world champion, 3-time world champion.
Crazy.
No,
on
that's
live
not
So
happening.
that's a
not
crazy thing. And in baseball, guy steps to the plate, whoom, Tiger grabs him, drags him in the thing. You're like, wait, what am I watching?
For sure.
I mean,
Real
when
TV.
you put it like that, it kind of makes sense.
And I think like to that point, like obviously not, this isn't with like a shark situation or anything, but like being to the North Shore has been like, I've been there probably 7 or 8 times now. And I feel like every time I've been there, like, I don't know if it's just maybe like a luck situation, but every time I go, it's like code red and like pipe is like second reef, third reef, like breaking. But when it's like a proper day at pipe, like walking down the bike path right there, and you walk down the path,
like,
and you're literally walking into the Thunderdome of like
Crazy, right?
it's like it's crazy.
It's insane,
Being
dude.
that
Hearing
close
it,
in your
listening to
face,
it.
hearing it, watching all the
Feeling
surfers
it.
out there, feeling it, like it's just you're literally walking like straight up into the Thunderdome of like I think of like the the old what's the movie that I'm trying to think of?
Gladiator style?
Gladiator. It's like
Maximus
the Gladiator,
Aurelius.
Gladiator
The Colosseum.
pit, like the full Coliseum. Like you walk in and like down the sand and you can feel it in your feet, and then you
Crazy,
see
right? You
everyone
feel the
out there. It's
rumbling.
just,
Yeah, you feel it,
Like,
you hear
what?
it, you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember every time I've ever been, I'm just like, fuck, these dudes are gnarly.
It's like if you guys were in the stadium and everybody's with their feet, like the whole time.
The whole time. That's gnarly, dude.
When people look at surfing for like the common, I would say like everyday surfer who's just kind of enjoying themselves. But when they understand the competitive level of surfing, like I always kind of talk to Cole Hoshman about this because I've been going out there on my catch surfboard, a little foam top.
man.
Yeah. Shout out to Kalani Robb.
He just sits on it on the beach. Like, he doesn't go in the
I
water.
just enjoy myself.
You know what I mean? You look good.
A little finless 360
look
action,
good.
just a little something light.
But they should have a warning signs on those boards when you're out there in the water. Keep back,
I'm
looking
just
good.
enjoying myself out there, dude. I'm just coasting. But the competitive nature, like Cole Hoshman, for example, is one of our athletes, right? He's on Jaxxon. He's on Santo Studio. He's in here with Joe Cancelleri in the morning. Then he goes home and trains, and he goes and surfs, and he comes back, and he does this every day.
Yep.
And the dude wants to be the best in the world. He's been on the tour for 2 years. He has 2 CT wins. Like the kid's nasty. I think he could be great. But when
He'll be
you
a world
look at
champ.
the greats, and I believe he could be a world champ. And when you look at the greats, you look at a guy like Kelly Slater, and I think everybody can agree that guy is probably the greatest surfer, if not one of the greatest athletes of all time to be doing at his age. You got to have like first class seats to that career, and you got to be a part of that, not only in pushing him, but in you becoming great at surfing. What do you think makes him so great? What made Kelly Slater so phenomenal at surfing?
His love for it. He just likes surfing way more than anybody I've ever met. He's ridiculous. I don't know how he likes surfing so much. I like riding. I like jiu-jitsu. I like some golf here and there. He likes golf a lot. But man, there is nobody on the planet Earth who loves surfing more than that dude. That's it.
It shows.
That's it. He just loves surfing more than anybody.
And the competitive nature, though, like the movie really shows that this guy was literally like as cutthroat as it comes. Is that true?
Yep.
And I've talked to him before, and I always run into him when he's in town. He's super nice. I hit him up, to try to get him on the pod. Obviously,
He was like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, he's not got time for you.
He's like, I'm not doing this. He's building his brand.
I can't
He's
do
doing his
Twitch.
thing. I've been trying to get Kalani on the pod for months, but Twitch is busy. But basically, when you look at like kind of the movie, though, it really does show like it was kind of like Kelly and then the team at one point. Did it feel like at one point he was kind of on an island and all of you guys were just watching the Kelly show, or was he always kind of with you guys?
No, he was always with us. It's just though, look, dude, he's dominant. I just don't know what to say. There was enough times where he just beat us so gnarly, and like we we're not going, oh yeah, you didn't beat us. We're like, fuck, you beat us.
Yeah,
dude. Like,
give us an ass
damn,
whooping
you're
today.
good. And it was like part of it where I think it's like this is, if anyone's beating him though, it was only us. Nobody else was really beating him too much. It was only us young guys like that.
It was someone in your guys' crew.
Yeah, and it was, unfortunately, but fortunately, like I knew what I was coming in. I came in the era and I started my surfing career in the age of Kelly Slater. So it was like everybody at that time, the whole career of mine, it was getting second. And that's all there is to it. When McGrath and Emig was doing their year, it was like McGrath was kind of like Emig fought and got, but
everyone was compared to what they were doing.
Yeah, and he was dominant. So I kind of at one point, look, I knew the structure of the competition thing, right? And I went, oh, okay, these guys got the sponsors. They sponsored the event. I like feel like the sparring partner because they control the media because they're Quicksilver is at the first contest of the year, and it's a Quicksilver Pro, and whoever, not taking anything from anybody, but this is how I saw it. Kelly Slater is part of Quicksilver. Everyone else is his sparring partner. The champ is here.
Yep.
The media tells you the champ is here. The judges tell you the champ is here, and he's there. He shows up and he blows up, so he's a champ. But then there was ages of like the Andes and stuff like that. Again, this part of the game. Andy full on beat and was ruling it, okay? But when Billabong came on, it was like, oh, Andy got some years and then Parco won his and all that kind of stuff. Okay?
Yeah.
Mick Fanning, Gabriel Medina, let's do a comparison. When Rip Curl sponsored the tour, then those guys became world champions.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, no offense. I got the game. I still want to play that game. I'm cool with that. I'm not going to go Bobby Martinez and say this is F this tennis tour.
Yeah.
But I kind of went, all right, dude.
Great clip, by the way.
I'm not going to get mad and explode because I love the industry I'm from.
Yep.
But I'm going to go work it the own way I do, like Militia did and how I did with Momentum guys. And I went, hey, I can make money because I know what I'm supposed to do here. I can go and compete and be like a bunch of racehorses running around the track to make the tour money because they're making money off of us surfing and promoting what brands and stuff they do through our activities. Or you could do what I did with I had an opportunity that nobody else had, which I took, and so did all of us. And now it showed, but back then it didn't show, sort of showing that we were being in the industry. But they wanted to make us stay in the monopoly of surfing the competition because they made money. They didn't want us to get out of that competition of monopoly because then they didn't make that money. We could make our money because we saw we are making you money. There's only slim people.
We know how you're making money is because of us.
Slim people knew that.
Yeah,
Slim
a lot of people didn't.
Slim. So we knew, and some of us guys that
You're
they
saying
definitely.
the idea of making content and promoting yourself rather than being stuck on
Absolutely.
the tour promoting the brands that
Militia.
they have.
Before content was
Momentum.
actually
And
considered
Militia,
content.
That's a great parallel because
Probably
Militia
did.
did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You guys kind of created your own industry.
But we're
Yeah.
together. Like I'm literally with these guys. Like you don't understand. Like I was with BJ guys and all those guys that were the MMA guys, and then we were young, but we didn't know we were yet.
Yeah.
All these kids are watching us now. We're like, holy shit. We were like,
We were writing the
guys?
playbook before there was a playbook to be written, honestly, because it's like we only did shit that we love doing. We didn't do shit because a sponsor wanted us to do it. If a sponsor wanted me to do it, I was like, fuck you. I ain't doing that.
And that's
like,
the thing now.
I'm staying true to myself. This is what I'm going to do. Oh, you don't want me to wear all black? Well, I'm going to wear quadruple black today.
Exactly.
Like,
Yep.
No, we want you to wear these fluorescent colors. Show
Like,
up and they have
perfect.
gear. I'm like, I ain't fucking wearing that
that.
stuff. Like, I'm wearing black. That's my
what
outfit.
Made Militia so exciting is they knew the audience, the fans, us as people who enjoy the culture knew you were going to be rebellious to anything the industry wanted.
Yeah.
There's always the good
There was
guys and there's always the bad guys.
Yeah, there was the Pastranas
Yeah.
and the
People
Militias.
always tend to remember the bad guys more than the good guys.
Do you believe that like when the Iron started coming on scene, like when you had Bruce and you had Andy and they started winning everything, was that like a not a step back for Kelly, but was that something that really finally gave Kelly another rivalry? Because we hadn't seen a real rivalry since like maybe the Rob Machado days, right? Like what was Kelly's real, I don't want to say real attitude towards the Rob Machado rivalry, but did he really at a time not like Rob? Would like the movie shows that the rivalry being like the downfall of the team, and Rob does a good job at kind of portraying that. But he's such an icon himself. Is that really the first time Kelly had seen some sort of controversy in his career?
Again, I'm a dirt biker too, so I'll do any dirt bike worlds. Hopefully everybody knows us and why they know it, but it's literally a McGrath and Emig thing.
100%.
That's it.
That's all it was.
Two great competitors that just go in. I love it.
And honestly, whoever's winning at that time, when another dude comes in to take your throne, all it does is make you do is work harder.
It, dude.
100%. But what about
and
Rob?
we get to watch it. It's sick.
Like, Rob walking
if they're
away
all a nice game, great game, and all that, I'll be like, dude, that's boring. I don't want to see that.
No, fuck that, dude. Like, watch this.
Yeah.
Taking each other out afterwards, pushing each other. I'm like,
I feel like the newer generation doesn't get that. If anything, they get more discouraged when someone comes in to take their throne. They're like, oh man, that sucks. And it's like where it's like before everyone was like, fuck that, you ain't taking nothing from me. I'm gonna work 3 times harder than I'm already working. Yeah. And I'm already working 3 times harder than you.
Yep.
You know?
But we see that, but like, and I'm going back to Momentum Generation, the movie, for people that watched it, to get like a first take from you. Like, we see the fall apart of maybe Rob and the team during that moment. Is that really what happened in real life?
No.
The chronological order of that kind of seems like right after that, it was like he was gone. Free surfing Rob showed up.
It was good. No, but the Kelly taking Rob's board is definitely, that's legit. I would be pissed too if I was Rob.
How did he take Rob's board?
Well, look, it's a thing where
Rob wanted it returned. It was holy. I saw the movie.
All
Rob
the boards
wanted
are
it clean.
here. All your boards are here. We get to France usually, and there's a guy that shapes in the area, indigenous to the area, that's been there all his life. So he's pretty good. Like, he's got your bike tuned for that spot.
Yeah,
sand
that's his spot. He knows it.
Your board will not work as good there because you're from Hawaii or I'm from Hawaii, and he doesn't specialize in that. He specializes in, when you come to Hawaii, get my shaper because he's specialized for big boards. So what happened was there's a bunch of boards there, and it was Maurice Cole. And so we all together would try to contribute. We would have our board sponsors, but we would like secretly get a couple boards, spray paint over the logo, put the other guy's logo on.
Yeah, it's part of it.
That's
like,
all time.
Do you want to win?
That's all.
Do you want to win?
Do you want to show up on your 4th place board or ride that 1st place board and put their logo on it?
All time.
Try it. So we could do that. So whatever. Long story short, look, it's very, and you'd have to ask Morris about it because it wasn't really. I'm sure that Kelly made the decision to take the board. Oh, that looks better, man. Kelly knows and Rob knows. Vice versa, anybody would go just feel the same way about it. If Rob took Kelly's board, oh my God, you wouldn't hear the end of it. It'd been the same thing. It's the same thing. It just so happened that Kelly took Rob's, and and that's legit. Rob's all, dude, take your shit off my board. That's my board. Like, I spent time with those dimensions on the phone with Morris. I think that that's an advantage for me. And obviously Kelly thought it was an advantage too.
Yeah.
Because he went,
or else he wouldn't have wanted it.
That board looks better than mine.
I'm gonna take that.
I know I'm dumb, right? But that was easy. I was like, oh, okay. And that's Kelly, and he was like, fuck it. I'll just take this thing. I'll just try it. And Rob won't know it because he didn't know that it even was there because I just took it. But Rob does know because he's just like Kelly. He's like, dude, where's my whatever 510? That was part of my 5 boards I ordered special to win to beat this asshole.
Yeah.
This asshole brought it. He took my board. Oh, it's on.
And he didn't want to give it back.
Well, he gave it back because Rob's gnarly too. He's like, give me back my board.
Were you there at the time?
I was there, but I wasn't staying with either one of them. But yeah, we all know because
would you guys all stay together when you would travel?
Yeah.
In one big house?
A lot of times, yeah.
And you'd all fly there together?
Yeah.
What other sport do you have a team, but then you're competing against these guys that you're staying with? Surfing is such a unique sport.
We did our own thing, dude.
There's so much.
Yep.
They did their own thing. We did our own thing.
That's like how we were too. When we go to Winter X, we'd all run a house together. We'd all be all 3 of us on the podium. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we were like the outcast guys that were like, doing all this new shit. We don't want to see like all the freestyle guys. Like, fuck freestyle. That's lame. Like, learn how to ride on the track. They're like, oh yeah? Watch this. We're going to make a whole fucking culture about it.
I'm going to have way more fun and make the same amount of money.
Way more. And it's my money. Like, I'm making it. This is my company.
It's so lit, dude, when you think about the energy of like true action sports at that time. We'll never see this again because of social media, but the stardom, the aura, the ability to travel around with these icons, there was very few of you guys that actually made a name. Now in today's time, everybody has social media, everybody has following. The celebrity value is kind of gone. When I look at like that rivalry between Rob and Kelly, and I see you being a part of that with all of your boys, and then the next wave of that, you have like the Irons brothers. You have Andy and Bruce Irons come on town, and then Andy's just winning everything. Was that a pivotal point for Kelly's career? Did you feel like that's where maybe Kelly was going to start taking a back seat?
That was a hard point in his career. His father had just died, so that really affected him emotionally. I could just see it just broke him. Like he wasn't like that. With that being said, Kelly's an absolute psychopath. There's something in him that I have never seen anybody else can do ever in my life. He can take like drama and all the stuff that breaks a man, I don't know how, but he will use that. He takes stuff that breaks a man and puts it into like fire and smokes people. So at that time he had that going. Andy is the gnarliest dude. I've grew up with Andy. I was like, dude, he was like crazy when we were younger. He was like drinking and smoking weed and doing like all this kind of crazy stuff, you know what I mean? And just partying. And before he had got there, and I was like, but I knew him prior as amateurs, like, you know, all our Loretta Lynn's days type of thing, the amateurs. And I was like, bro, if this guy got it together, he'd effing smoke me. And at the time I was like the amateur world champ. I beat him. He got like 4th or 5th or whatever. And then Bruce was right there too. Bruce was more like me. Like, I think we weren't very competitive dudes. Like, we would like to compete and stuff, but I like videoing. And Bruce is like the godfather after us to do it, to make videos. And it was just him, like the rock star by himself kind of thing. And it was kind of a thing where when Andy had come in, he was like, he kind of hit rock bottom. He was doing that, you know, thing he was doing, the partying thing, and something just kind of clicked. And he said, F this, I'm going to do it. And then he got his crap together. And I was like, oh shit, this is it.
Here it comes.
Bro, when we were younger, I was like, he was so unorthodox. He was so strong. He was crazy. And he just didn't care. And he literally was like one of the only guys that he would do what he wanted to do on the wave.
Yeah.
Like, the wave didn't determine what he did. He's telling the wave what to do. So Kelly would be like the Michael Jordan, where he does everything perfect, everything's
calculated.
And he's like, just blow the roof off the thing. Like, there's no way you could do that. Oh yeah, watch this, and just blow the roof.
He was definitely the first of his kind. I mean, he came on and really just kind of precedent to what it means to be like true to yourself and just kind of go out there and be who you are. But he was, I feel like he was looked at as like a rock star. I remember even the Billabong shorts and the ads and the video. I'm just like,
he's a rock star.
This guy's a rock star.
He is a rock star. He was everything. Him and Bruce are rock stars.
Event, like just cruising.
They're the real
his
McCoy.
crew too. Like, you talk about a crew, the second crew. I mean, having that many bodies that all know how to scrap and that many dudes that are always rolling around with you. Come on, dude.
I was just talking to Kai Garcia yesterday. It's so funny. We were just thinking back about all those days, and yeah, I mean, look, all the best. Here's a funny thing. Ready? I talk about, I hang with these boys. Like, I hang with all the UFC guys. Like BJ Penn, Max Holloway. Where are they from? We got the most dominant, gnarliest guys, and not only like fighters. BJ, after he, what's his name? Licking
the gloves.
Bro, is anybody doing stuff like that? Lukey. No. What about Max? Oh, I smoked you on score. How about the last 10 seconds? I risk everything in front of everybody.
Just stand right.
Because Hawaiian style.
I was just talking to you.
Yeah,
you know what?
Standing on business.
We were just at the gym. You have Hamzat and Khalil Roundtree training, and Khalil Roundtree was just telling me the other day how like the pointing down is probably one of the most iconic things now ever in MMA history.
Yeah.
Ever.
I mean, but think about Andy and Bruce and that whole team they had behind them of just straight gnarly scrapper surfer. Like, that is the true definition of the aura of the energy of like action 100%. Sports. Like, they rolled, they scrapped, they fought, they surfed, they did everything. Like, we don't have that anymore. Like,
well, you're kind of doing it.
I mean,
you're kind of. I see you're doing it.
A lot of inspiration from that for sure. Okay. Like, you know, I grew up watching BJ Penn. I grew up loving these guys. You know, I want the idea of having the most iconic guys being in charge of designs and being in charge of the media and being in charge of who comes on. I mean, as Twitch, like for Moto, no one got on the team unless it went by Twitch.
That's good.
Like Jen and Hunter Lawrence. Jen and Hunter Lawrence. I'm like, yeah, let me hit up Uncle Twitch. Let's see what Twitch says. And then like,
and they were like, ooh, I hope he does, because
and then like
door, dog.
Even for skating, Sheckler was the first one. He's like, I want P-Rod, I want Nyjah. Let's make it happen. I was like, done. You know, and then in MMA, I was like, all right, Mighty, Khalil Roundtree, Armin Sarukian, Hamzat Chimaev, TJ Dillashaw,
I love
Leo Vieira,
too.
Bernardo, who is in Hawaii training now. He runs our jiu-jitsu program here. So it's like we're trying to incorporate the icons of the past with the future superstars and bring them together so they have like a good runway. But none of this happens unless guys like this buy into the program and want to create the program. Like here, nobody's bigger than the program. Everybody's one team. We're trying to constantly mix and match the different cultures so that way people can grow what they're trying to do and bring in new sponsors and bring in new media and really like help these icons achieve what they're trying to do, which is set path and precedent for the next generation. Like you go to this guy's house any day of the week, you have the next superstars in freestyle, right? And it's like, that's why we have what we have here for Jaxxon. That's why the podcast is doing what it's doing. That's why we have Santo Studio. I mean, Nordstrom, think about this. There's no legacy board short brands in Nordstrom anymore. You have Santo Studio, you have Florence. That's about it. Like when you walk in there. So we have like the best board short program right now with Cole Hoshman. And when you walk into a Nordstrom nationwide, that's all you got. And like, if you think about that for a second, it's like, yeah, those legacy brands are still sponsoring the most iconic surfers and the world champs. Cole's not a world champion yet, but what he is he's a part of the new culture that is solidifying itself. We're cementing ourselves in the idea that we're not going anywhere. And we're going to bring in a lot of other people too to help support Cole in surfing, help support Jet in riding, help support our guys, Jansen Gomez, #1 black belt jiu-jitsu champion in the world for IBJJF. Have him training with Hamzat and Armin. No brand's doing that. So like,
I feel like with like what you say with like legacy brands, it's like Billabong, Quicksilver, like all these brands were huge, right? But it's like all these brands have changed so much over the years because new people come in from Fortune 500 companies that are buying these companies. They have no fucking clue about the culture or what's going on. They're like, oh, we need to get inside TJ Maxx, or oh, we need to do this. And it's like, it takes that credibility away from the brand. And then you see the athletes aren't stoked on it because it's like they've had the same team manager for the last 15 years. Some dude comes in right now that doesn't even know your sport and is trying to tell you how you should act or what you should do. And it's like, that's the difference between like back then and now. Like, do you feel like you were saying too,
it's not. Like, it's so common now.
Think about this.
It is.
Twitch has a podcast. I would say it's one of the best moto skate surf podcasts right now. We're really trying to bring all those things. Now we have Tyler Bierman as our new co-host, Island Hopper extraordinaire. But Jaxxon doesn't tell Twitch what to say. We don't tell Twitch who to interview. Twitch is bringing on guys that don't even compete. He just thinks are gnarly. They're jumping on people's houses with 450s. And it's like, that's what Twitch wants to do. He wants to build the Jaxxon show in his way. And it's like, you don't have that. You have these big brands that are owned by corporations that say, hey, here's cut and paste copy promotions for all 4 of the brands we own. All 4 brands are going to be in one retail store, and it is what it is. Yeah. Like, there's nothing left, especially right here in the. This was at one time the pinnacle of action sports. You had Von Zipper, Quicksilver, Billabong, Hurley, Ruka. Everything was here, and now it's all gone. It's like there's very few of us left to kind of hold the torch, and that's what we're trying to do.
Still here, guys.
Still here. Hey, still here. Bruh. Hey, speaking of still here, you brought up BJ Penn. I heard BJ Penn was one of the first guys to test out your Palm Springs.
Oh, here we go.
Club. Is that true?
Yeah.
He was one of the first guys to test out your wave pool in Palm Springs. Which I don't know, by the way. You're still a part of it, not a part of it?
I am not a part of it anymore, of any of that. Where I'll put it this way. Yeah. So BJ was, yes. All my friends were. Anything that you saw prior to the new ownership that took over, basically, AKA the day that we went public and we're opening, until that point was me. The day that they announced, oh, we're opening now, the Palm Springs Surf Club, everything was me and my boys. You know, I had everybody out there. Yes, I had BJ Penn. I had Josh Hill was my very first guy, basically.
Was that where you guys did the water
so
park
sick.
Thing?
And then Axel came out, rode the 110 around there too. Yeah, Pat.
All right,
that was sick.
But see, I had it during COVID.
Yeah, so I remember that.
Everyone was locked up. We had a thing where we were able to do it because of the public, in the things that could be open. It was a public pool. It was being tested to sell to something we just somehow we were able to stay open. Mm-hmm. So long story short, I was like, spent a lot of money to buy that thing with my crew, right? And here we are now trying to sell it, right? To get it to phase it to the next phase there it is, to build it, right? That was the Oasis Park as it was then.
That was right when it shut down, right?
Yep. Look, all the inner tubes are still there. Yeah. Everything was there still.
That's crazy.
And we're watching a video of Josh Hill basically at your park.
Yeah, so he did a thing called Urban Rider. And so Monster came out and spent like a grip like doing it and shooting it. And basically it was like this. I say, hey Josh, you know, all these bikes are really loud, but you have the Alta at the time. And I said, hey, would you want a chance to freaking come and ride my park? And he goes, what? And I go, bro, I own a surf park, but there's like water slides and all shit. Like when we were young and we were talking about this shit, like, do you want to do this? He's like, hell yeah. So here we are, and this Josh came out and came with Monster, and we shot like the 90-foot slide where you got to cross your arms like this and go down, and like That's nuts.
I couldn't believe he rode down that fucking thing, dude.
Bro.
Because when you go down that, you feel like you're off the slide. You're like, oh fuck,
Oh my
fuck. And then
God.
you catch transition at the bottom.
It's screwed.
And he's on a dirt bike, just all.
If you
so
see it,
big.
he's not even on it, and then you see he starts like kind of like drifting to the side.
Yeah, he
and
like
then watch
lifts
it.
a little.
It's crazy. So anyway, we had Josh. He was my first guy, and all my guys and all my crew are like, "Oh, this is a surfing pool. Like, dude, what are you doing?" And I'm the head of marketing it. This is me.
You're like, watch.
Straight up, this is my trip. So I said, "Hey, just trust me, guys." Like, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna have to sign this and sign that. You're gonna sue us?" I go, "No, that's my boy, dude. Like, you're just gonna have to trust me. We could lose everything if he does all this and that." And you know what I mean? I'm like, "I know, but just trust me. Like, this is my boy. This is what he does." And they're like, "Okay." And so Josh came out here, and then he did this. After that, I invited Tony. So Tony came out, and so happened to be like, he saw a little bit. I said, "Hey, look what my friend Josh did." And he's like, "What? I want to do that loop thing that he did." And Josh like freaking ate crap.
Yeah,
before
because
we
it was
put
so
the-
slick.
Can't even get a grip on that thing. It's so slippery.
That's
It was a little dusty.
That's why he has the flat track tires, huh?
Yeah, we
Get a
had
little
that
bit more.
first, and then it didn't work still. So then you can see on the thing, we put grip tape.
Yeah.
So when you see him come around here, oh, this is before he did it. There's
Before the grip tape?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1.9 million views later.
So here's my thing, right? And that, is this on Buttery's? Is this on ours?
I don't know. I just
this
pulled
is
it up.
I
think
think
this
this
is
one's
like
his,
Butters.
Butters, yeah.
So this is even Buttery.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Dude, that's so gnarly. Even just to think about trying that.
It's so downhill too.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, Pat did it too, Casey.
Yep.
So
R.I.P..
I had like,
R.I.P..
I get goosebumps thinking about it. But
you did this because you're like, all right, cool. I got the best marketing plan. I'm going to help get kind of the place off the ground and the idea of what we're doing by bringing in all these other sports. I mean, it's genius. It was a
kind of,
genius
I was
play.
more like, I'm just me.
More
I'm
of
gonna
like,
invite
fuck it.
my friends,
Let's
and
do
these
something
guys
fun.
say we have a $300,000 budget for marketing. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. All those guys, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, put that thing away.
Watch this.
Here's my phone. I'm all, here's your.
I know some people.
Here's your budget right here. I go, you're so cocky. You're so conceited. Who do you think you are? I'm all. I understand.
I
see
get
you
that
do
you're
it.
not from my.
Yeah, you guys are money rich.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
you guys
And
didn't
I'm not
help
as
build
rich as
culture.
you,
Yeah.
but I'm friend rich, and I have
Yeah.
way more money than you would ever have. That this guy will never do it for you. Oh,
It's
you're
a
gonna take
text
Tony
away,
Hawk
a call.
to come
Like-
do your thing, to market your thing. Go ask him.
Yeah.
$1 million right there. For me, I was like, hey Tony, you want to come? Like bring the boys. Like come out there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Everybody came. His whole family came.
Yeah.
Like Riley came, and
People don't understand that. You know what I mean? It's like the amount of time that we've been
those
around,
people.
it's like we know everybody.
Wait, but so did you end up leaving?
so this is how it goes.
Because I went out there for Sheckler's 20th anniversary with Red Bull
Yep.
with Tyler Bierman, and the place is phenomenal. You did an amazing job
Thank
setting
you.
it up.
You like that? You like my style, like my
It was good.
swag on there?
Yeah,
Right?
it was
wasn't
good.
those guys that came up with that market,
Yeah.
that whatever, how it looks out there, by the way, is us.
Yeah,
So,
Yep.
you did an amazing job,
Yeah,
but I could tell
it's
it's
insane.
missing a little bit of finishing touches, which is probably you being there, being involved, and kind of keeping it going. I feel like it has that right now. It has like this shell. It's missing the guy.
if it wasn't, then it would be successful because that guy's got all the money in the world that bought it, and he's supposed to supposedly, I suppose if you take my surfboard and you think you can surf on my surfboard and you assume that all the sponsors on my surfboard are something that you earned and you can go out there and you can do it, then go do it. Go do it, because it seemed to me that you could take the pool, go take all the marketing, do it how you think you're going to do it, change everything that I did to what you see in your vision. Go. I said, hey, dude, as long as you think you can do it, and as long as you go, that's opposite of what I did, opposite what I promised to people, opposite what I promised the public, opposite of what I promised my shareholders and all my supporters. But I said, dude, if you're going to do it this way, then just understand that you better have a good game plan, because that was absolutely the opposite of me.
Yep.
You know, you have a very elitist sort of, you're lucky if you can be in here. We can charge what we want because we got this and that. When I was like, no, I'm inviting all my friends, how I did prior, everybody that you would ever know and be influenced by and want to be around and be like rubbing shoulders with, whether it be surfing, dirt biking, skateboarding, artists, culinary,
everything.
MMA, and that's all our boys.
Yeah.
So you had BJ Penn out there for the grand opening, or what did he?
So so I had BJ too. So, but let me finish.
Yeah.
So what it is a lot of the guys, they have the money, right? And they have the structure, they have my pool, and they think, oh, then I have all his friends.
No.
They don't care about him.
Yeah.
I guess not. But guess what? Does Tony Hawk showing up before? Is Josh? Is all these guys showing up since after that and all stoked like they were? No, I had every single guy: Tony Hawk, BJ Penn. You know what I mean? Josh Hill, Axel Hodges, all the Sarge Rich I would have had.
No, you're good.
Right
all
then
the biggest
after
names in their categories.
The biggest names. In fact, I had Palm Springs of every person because Tony hung out for the day or whatever. He ate at a couple of restaurants. They're like, oh my God,
Tony Hawk was here.
Thank you so much, Kalani. People are personally calling me from restaurants and bars and stuff, or not bars, but the restaurants and stuff like that. Going,
because you're bringing culture to the city too.
Well, you're bringing business to the city.
We have never had Tony Hawk's name synonymous with Palm Springs, and you did it. And I went, oh. I go, thank you so much. I go, just so you guys know, this is my vision. This is what I want to do. Frank Sinatra was here once upon a time.
I want to bring all my friends out
so
here.
Sexy, right? It was so sexy. It was like these sports guys, these young culture people, and all this glamour. I would bring that. And I would prove it. I proved it. I was already bringing it. They were already coming. I'm a part owner of a hotel. It's called the Villa Royale. And it's right down the street, 2 miles down the street. People still go out there and they stay out there. But I had a hotel that you guys still go. If anybody you guys want to go and be in the best hotel out there, which is if you can get a reservation, go to that one.
I can. I know someone.
Hey. I know who to call.
But it's like I had it all out there, right? And so my vision was to re-aliven and reinvigorate what Frank Sinatra had done. And I was really doing it. I really had guys out there like, we had all the best in the world. It was right there. It was like literally teed up, ready to go. And then somebody else said, nah, that's me. We don't need you anymore. And literally told me, nah, we don't need you. We got your pool now. I was like, oh, okay. Well,
that's so fucked up, dude. Like, it was like when you have a vision like this and you know what's possible, like you said, you already started bringing everyone out.
Did it.
That was just the tip. Like, imagine everyone you've met from over the years, if you just been like, yo, doing a grand opening, roll out. Who would be like, nah, dude, everyone's going to be there.
Yeah. I mean, look, I didn't even get to do a grand opening because I wasn't there. We weren't invited to the New Year's party. It was the very first New Year's party of our pool opening, and they hired some DJ, and we weren't invited. So we got a little perturbed, and me and my boys invited one of our friends, and then we had a day after New Year's party, the day where everybody's partied out, done, whatever, and we had Diplo show up, and we had our own little private party because my boys know guys, and then had the best time ever.
It was sick as hell.
Bro, it's beyond. And it's like, it's like, wow, dude, it was right there. And like, all you had to be is nice to me. And all you had to do is actually like not be like you are to everybody else. And I guess, because I've heard that that's kind of how those guys go. But, that's just, I guess, it's bittersweet because I'm like, dang, to see something that I created just go down like that. But to know that, everybody says it was because of you that everyone was coming. It's kind of bittersweet. Like, to the guy that took the pool, and I'm not mentioning his name, everybody knows who he is. Like, that was a bummer. You guys blew it. Like,
what it could have been. You know what I mean? Like, it could have been so much more,
and it's
so much
now.
sooner.
It's smoked now.
It's smoke.
It's smoked now because of the reputation that everybody knows from Twitch to you to you, and everybody else that's going to watch this now. And that's unfortunate because I wanted to work alongside with them. I wanted to do everything that I promised to everybody in the public, and I straight up was telling to just, nope. We don't need you.
The hardest thing is like when you have a vision and then someone with money thinks that their stuff is so much better just because they have a lot of money, where it's like, yeah, you may have a lot of money, but you don't know the fucking culture. Like, you don't know the people that are actually going to be here. You don't know the locals that like, they don't want to spend $500 a day to come here. They're looking to spend $38 a day to come here, and they're going to be here every fucking day. You know what I mean? Like, people don't understand that these days.
He bought the basketball and like wanted to shoot like Kobe.
Well, that's it. No, they took his bike. They took you guys' bikes 100%. And thought they could jump island to island.
Exactly.
And rip.
They're trying to be island boys, dude.
Absolutely.
They're trying to steal your whole flow.
It's literally the same thing. And it's like you said of like when you had your board and you had your sponsors and your stickers on your board, and like he then like, I don't want to say he, but like it was like they like felt that was now theirs. But it's like it's really not. It's like what the richness in friends being able to bring to that and support that in the right way and push it the right way is like what is going to take it to the next level, not like buying the basketball and expecting to shoot like Kobe. You know?
Not to cut you off real quick, but this is the highest
I thought I was gonna,
point.
I was like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my park.
We're looking at Josh.
And you're like, maybe you should have signed a waiver.
Let's just break this down real quick. Twitch, what are we looking at for the audience?
Oh my God, dude.
Do you know the degree on this slide, like how steep it is?
Bro.
Do you remember it all? It's straight up and down. Like,
it's got to be.
You're going weightlessness over the
It's
roll.
got to be.
It's beyond.
Over 70.
Look at Connor. He's like, woo, his ass was burning so bad.
Oh,
right
I
there.
bet.
And
No
it's so
water?
itchy. He got like fiberglass ass from that.
Dude.
I'm right there at the end of that slide right there like this.
Oh my God.
And it...
Keeping that thing.
Imagine even just leaning over the side a little bit. Like, you're done.
Done.
You're going face first to concrete.
Done, dude. There ain't nothing going down.
Look at him. He's
done.
tripping.
What was he riding?
That's a
Zalta.
That was like the first good electric bike that was on the market.
Right here. Watch him slide right here.
Look,
Look. He had to put his tire on it because he was like,
to counter lean the other way, huh?
look at me. I'm like, I'm going to die.
You're like, no more.
I was like, either people are going to lose their mind seeing this stuff because they imagine some crazy like pro surfer guy gets a park and then invites all his X game friends.
Come do whatever you want.
Like, no rules.
Ultimate marketing play, though.
Yeah.
The ultimate marketing play. Let everybody know about what's coming.
Not even thinking marketing. Just like, no. It's like
what we used to say.
Yeah.
We took a picture back in the day and then we put it away or you saw it on our wall. If you walked in our house, you're lucky enough to see it. And you're like, holy crap,
and that was
how's
it.
all those people together?
That was
Not
just
like,
for one of those days. That's all it was.
and that's it, dude. That's one of my friends. And look, I even was like to the guys that bought me out. I was like, hey, dude, it's like humbly, I prove to you that I don't need your money to do it.
Yeah.
And I will keep doing this without no problem, being part of this thing. I put myself in the job description that I wasn't able to do. And I said, hey guys, like, look at my numbers. Like, look at my numbers. I went viral after viral after viral after viral. And like, all I did was that. Everything I did was that.
And it never cost you $1.
Nothing. And it stoked my friends out beyond belief. Josh Hill thanked me. Tony Hawk said, hey, thank you, Kalani. I always
awesome.
dreamed about doing that. I would never get a chance if you hadn't let me do that. Tony Hawk, dude. Ask Tony. If you ever get Tony on the show, go, Kalani claimed that you had said that you did something that no one ever was going to do, like ever let you do. And like,
no, all the
it's
time.
so sick. Dude.
It just looks crazy too. The content just looks nuts. And I mean, you have a reputation of doing this. I mean, coming up in the game as a rookie on the tour, as the brotherhood of your friendship, the things you did in surfing, Catch Surf, which is also another brand that I feel like just caught crazy viral. Like, I mean, the clips and everything you guys have going on with that brand, everything is proven time and time after again. You're still doing it years later. I got 2 or 3 things for you before we bounce. We have a Jaxxon podcast Discord. We tell people who we're going to have on the show. We let them ask some questions and we see what they say. Some of the questions we had was, if you had to pick one wave for the rest of your life to surf, which wave would that be?
oh, pipe. I like pipe. It's even today's standards of things where we were now into the air centuries now. That's where the biggest airs on Earth are going to happen in the future. And it's so funny because I'm good friends with Danny Way. When D-Way made that mega ramp, we had done something. We went to like some kind of function together, and we just had one of those surf videos coming out. And he goes, and Bruce Irons did these crazy airs, like big, huge airs in one of the videos. And Danny was saying, oh, you guys are doing these airs, but you need a bigger transition, like the mega ramp. You're going to have to do it at pipe because that's the biggest space where you'll do an air up, but it'll give you just enough time before the bright
catch tranny.
To catch tranny. It's going to be big, but like Nathan Fletcher's the only one that I see that's really.
Nathan Fletcher's right fucking bad. I love watching him surf.
That frontside air with no grab was insane. That is so
it's just straight skill, dude.
So
like,
much air, it's just
unreal.
so gnarly, so fast.
No,
and with our wind,
too,
so predominantly the wind comes from the east there. So when you're doing air, it's like anything else, right? You have to read the air or the wind. You have to read it. So out there, it pushes against your board. So when you're doing an air, it's always going to push against the bottom of your board. It's not going to push off wind to blow your board off or in. It's predominantly all air.
In your face.
So pipe is going to have that air. I think that's where it's going to be the biggest air. So that would be my wave.
What did you think when fucking Matto rode that wave?
Oh, that was so sick.
Like,
he was
were you
talking
guys
to me
tripping on
prior to that. I was like, you're going to go to Chopun, dude? He's like, yeah. Because you
know that wave.
Was he at Amsterdam or something when he had done it? Or when he first did the thing?
When he tested a bunch of it. Yeah, I know he tested a bunch of it like Lake Elsinore, like just at the lake right there.
Just
but then I think over there was when he rode through all the shit of the town on there.
That was the kind of things where I was like, mega ramp, D-Way, and then him doing that kind of stuff. I was like, we're the future. Yeah. Like we're doing stuff that we used to play with toys and now we're putting our bodies in them.
And what's crazy too, it's like, I remember when Robbie was telling me that, because like I would always watch Robbie surf, like whenever we go to Australia, like he's a good surfer too, like he shreds, And when he was telling me that, like, when someone has like a crazy idea, you're like, and I'm like looking at him, like, I didn't say shit. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this motherfucker is crazy. I'm like, he's going to go surf his bike on a wave. But I'm like, when one of your buddies has like an idea like that, you don't like turn it down. You're just like, let's fucking see it. You know what I mean? Like, and he's the type of dude, if he has an idea, he's going to work his ass off until that idea is done.
And when he's told no, it's going to make him want to do it that much more.
Especially with a guy like him who's just done feat after feat after feat.
And then you do that, what you just did recently.
Yeah, with the islands, fucking gnarly.
That thing is still insane.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's just insane too, because you have to construct a bunch of islands that connect each other. Like, that's a whole nother world.
It was a giant puzzle piece, and I want to just reiterate that or echo that point about Matto, that like Matto's been a huge inspiration to me, and I've been able to do some projects with him in the past of like, you know, his aircraft video.
Your LA video with him is nuts.
The LA video.
That fucking drop off the 6th bridge or whatever it is.
It's like into the river, into the ravine, right?
Matto's fucking gnarly, dude.
Onto a concrete wedge that's way too flat. And he
it was not nearly steep enough at all.
Tacoed both of his wheels. It was so nice.
But that's the thing. When Matto gets an idea, whether it's going to work out or not, he's like, I'll ride out of this far enough to if I do crash, it won't be too bad.
But he's so mindful about like
that's a fucked up mindset. That's like that's a I don't care. Like I'm gonna do it.
But
I said I'm gonna do it.
So mindful about his moves that he can calculate that fear and put it into like a positive mindset in a positive way.
He turns his fear into like inspiration, where he's like, "Oh, it scared the shit out of me. 100%. Watch this." Yeah, you know, like he gets to thrive on that.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I got for you was the biggest and the best party you ever attended while you were on tour.
Biggest and best parties
that you remember.
I know. Best parties.
Was it always a party on tour?
Dude, you kidding me?
Right?
All the
Think about
boys
it. What is our
traveling
job?
together.
Think about a pro surfer's
To go to
job.
the sickest islands and go fucking surf in the best
beaches,
weather.
with the best weather with the
Like,
dopest.
Best times of year.
My wife always said, "You got me out here in this dirt fucking field. Like, why couldn't you have been like a surfer? Like, have me at like some dope islands all the time."
I always look at dirt bike and I'm like, bro, you guys, I mean,
You're
the
weird.
monster
That's
girls
stupid.
are cute here and there, but I was like, I look around, I walk around, and I was like, all right, well, you don't like, look, we have the sexiest sport by far. 100% of the girls that are attracted to our sport are in the gnarliest, bangingest G-strings on earth and just trying to outdo each other. And that's what we do.
You guys are like, watch this wave. I'm only doing this for the girls.
I mean,
So then what was your favorite place to travel then? while you were on tour?
I'll answer to the questions. Think about it. You're rich, you're famous, you rip. What are you doing it for? You're doing it for yourself, number one. But you're not driving that nice car for really you. Most of those kind of guys, me, I'll crash that car because I'm going to race it to crazy. The really nice house or you're doing it because of the girls. I mean, you're kind of like a lot of the guys are doing it for the girls to impress the girls. You know what I mean? And you see them all; they're all like hot. So that's a lot of the surfers, I'm sure. But the best party, I remember it now, which is kind of crazy, which has always been, is called Rock Food, and it's in France, and it's in Hossegor, and the guy's name is Roland. And he every year would just roll it out like literally, I don't know. There's actually a couple of years that was pretty crazy. That was the most legendary was Rock Food because all the surfers are all in one little bar and there was only one bar. So there wasn't like other places to go. There was just like one place to go and it was all about surfing. It was crazy. French girls and, you know, I'm not, whenever it's like, and I'm not married now. So I was like,
who is your favorite surf friend to party with?
You know what? I wasn't really too big of a partier because I mean, a lot of us guys really wanted to win. So
respect.
You know, it would be after the contest or whatever we're done if we lost or whatever. But honestly, it's crazy. And this is true. None of us did drugs and none of us drank back then, hardly. And like hardly anybody.
The entire team.
No.
Shane Dorian, Kelly Slater, Rob Machado,
No.
Kalani Robb. Wow.
No.
That's amazing.
I you know, smoking here and there. As I got 20 and whatever later in my years, I'm an adult now. I'm like able to.
So you guys were all locked in.
Locked in, dude.
I didn't know that.
Locked in.
I would have thought you guys were gnarly.
People think that, but you're like, well, how do you think Kelly became so good? Like he was up all night, like looking at surf and what's going to go down, and then all of us are looking at him, going, "Fuck, he's doing it. Fuck that."
Yeah.
You go on party, you're going to be gone.
Yeah.
You feel like with you being like the Grom of the group, like you learned a lot just watching everyone around you?
Had to. I mean, I'm probably, I would have to say I'm the rarest surfer on earth. First surfer I ever met was Rob Machado. Second surfer I ever met that was serious was Kelly Slater.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Because I stayed at Rob's house, and then Kelly and Danny Mojado and those guys came, and that was my first time ever there.
And so if that ain't two of the best dudes to look up to learn from, like, what are you doing?
13.
Like, if you're not taking advantage of that, like, I feel like that's kind of like was my scenario with watching Metzger, Deegan, Tommy Clowers, like all those dudes. I would always watch all those dudes, what they were doing. I'm like, oh, fuck, Metzger just won the contest, but he just told that sponsor to fuck off. So I'm like,
We're still.
I'm like, maybe don't do that. And I watch Deegan when he do this, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I do that. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I would just watch everyone around me and just watch the moves they would make. And I'm like, all right, well, fuck, Deegan's, yeah, you think he's an asshole and he's a partner, but he's the dude who's at the meetings on Monday trying to get a team deal for all of us to get paid, where I'm like, okay, so you do think he's an asshole, but he's actually behind the scenes doing cool shit to help out everyone in the group.
It's
you know what I mean?
His son's doing. Look at both the kids are doing.
Talk about that too, because Deegan, for as much stuff as we always talk about Hayden and his dad and the life story of the Metal Militia, he doesn't get enough credit for the fact that he was the guy that was going and starting the controversy, but then getting the sickest team deals.
He was the dude at La Jolla Group having meetings trying to get militia license. He was the dude going to Quicksilver. He was the dude trying to get TV shows. Like, not a lot of people always saw all that. You know
like
what
I said, I was in San Jose and I looked in and he's there. I was like, what are you doing way up here? You know, he's the dude.
It's cool that you give him his flowers for that, because even as someone who looks at business, like that guy, he revolutionized the way you kind of put together team business. 100%. And I always look at that even growing up. I always tell you this.
And I think that was like one of the biggest things for me being a Grom is watching all these dudes make the mistakes and do the things that were right or the correct way to do it, where it's like I took what everyone else was doing and just made my path with watching these dudes.
To know your future, you got to know your past.
Amen.
And to have G's like you that's still doing it, like Tyler, the new guys and all the younger guys, like that's if people want to look up to guys like us still, then you're gonna get what you want to get. If you want to look up to the new ones, going. I'm good, but we are the old cloth. We are probably a lot of the last of the old cloth, because there's not guys that act like us or feel like us anymore. So
100%.
Or that aren't scared to act like yourself. You know what I mean? Like I'm not
comfortable enough.
Like same with you. Like you've never changed who you are throughout your years. It's like you either like me or you don't. Like I'm not gonna change. Like I've gotten this far doing my own thing. I'm just going to keep going farther.
Yeah. And I love my friends. I love my group. I love my boys. And I love what we are, you know, and we're our generation. The guys that talk shit, whatever, they don't like it. They're a little, you know, soft. Everybody's soft nowadays. That's fine. You know, we'll hang with our group. We're gonna get our boys in our group. You're gonna make your own team, and we're gonna be it. And we're gonna be stoked if you do that, because it makes it so much easier for us.
So good.
We're just gonna roll you guys so hard.
Yep.
And I love the fact that you're someone who now is very vocal on social about doing jiu-jitsu, riding. I see your photo dumps on Instagram. It's cool to see that someone at your age and everything you've accomplished, you still have so much energy to go and do all these things that you love. Because
motherfucker still looks like he's in his early 40s, dude. Look at him.
It's inspiring, dude, because a lot of people talk about the same reason why people still follow Twitch. They go see him riding in his backyard with all his friends. Last question I have for you. First of all, thank you for coming on.
I was honored to be with my boys.
I wanted Cole to be here with us too.
I wanted Cole on this so we could talk surfing, but you really touched on everything.
We're just gonna have to do another one with Cole and him.
That'd be good after one of the tour events. But the last thing I have, especially so we can really dive deep next time into catch surf and everything you have going on with your brands. Last thing is, who you feel had the sickest style growing up on a board?
Ooh. Besides yourself.
Oh man, I don't know. I really looked up to Rob, so I emulated a lot of his style. Mark Occhilupo was my very first, like, whoa, that's my guy. Like, because Rob was my friend. So I was like, I didn't know that Rob was going to be Rob.
Yeah.
He was just my, dude, we're kids.
It was just your boy you hung out with and surfed with,
And then I was looking at the Mark Occhilupo. I was like, oh, that dude's got the sickest style. He's kind of quirky and weird.
He had the personality too.
Personality, kind of trippy, but just sickest, beautiful style and effortless. So he was my guy. Tom Curran, it was like this style. And then when we came abroad, we were like less perfect and less defined and more like spontaneous, raw, and like,
boom,
whoa.
like watch this.
Yeah, real energetic.
Yeah, just different, like against the grain. Like this is the guy that did the first off freaking rotation, right?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I remember when I first saw this, I was like, what the fuck was that? And that's what we like to do. Like, what was that? Like, that's what we want to keep doing. And what was that to people, you know? And then the next generation of guys are going, what was that? That's what we like. We want to be around that. That's our culture. That's what we're attracted to. That's Twitch will still get on his bike, be like, F that. Like, I can do that still and do a little bit of that still because we are still in it. You know what I mean? So,
well, it's why people call you guys pioneers. Like, you're a pioneer of surfing. You're a pioneer of freestyle motocross. Like, you also, you know, we say it time and time again because I think it's the coolest thing is you're opening up the floodgates. You're not like gatekeeping. You're like, yo, no, I'm going to bring these guys in my house and teach them. No, I'm going to go out there and make soft tops and get the next generation of surfers involved in the game. Like, it's cool to see that. right? Like for us at Jaxxon, we're constantly trying to develop jewelry, and we sell a lot of jewelry to guys who have never worn chains, right? And we always tell people it's this level of confidence when you wear a chain. But when you interview all these athletes and you see the people that we're trying to build the brand with, we're not dropping the bags on the NBA players, you know, and the football players that we should be. What we're trying to do is empower the sports with the people that can be here, 10 toes down, in the room, in the gym, in the facilities. And I feel like that's like the same concept. Like we're trying to open up the gates too, so everybody we work with is a part of the brand. And we get that inspiration from guys like you. We got in the inspiration from guys like Twitch. The same thing I told you when we first were starting to hang, and I was like, dude, like you guys laid this foundation. This is why guys like Cole are here on this brand today, because we're searching for that same aura that you guys brought 20 years ago. I can't thank you enough for coming on the podcast.
Yep.
It's an amazing time.
Thank you.
We can't wait for number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Kalani Robb, Jaxxon Sports Podcast. Thanks for watching. We're out.